Hello, my name is Elizabeth Moffat. I'm one of America's top respiratory therapists and a certified asthma educator. And in this highly controversial presentation, I'm going to reveal the real root cause of your chronic breathing difficulties, including the constant wheezing, excessive mucus, coughing, and chest tightness that has been holding you back from living your life to the fullest. Believe me, it's not what you think. I'll also show you why traditional treatments like inhalers and steroids have failed you, and why you should never completely rely on these methods to manage your breathing. Trust me, I've seen it all, and some of it is truly alarming. The unfortunate reality is that so many people opt for temporary fixes, never addressing the real issue. An odd airway-clogging protein running rampant in your lungs, causing an overload of sticky, web-like mucus that is clogging your airways and making it impossible to breathe. I'll tell you what this airway-clogging protein is and why it destroys your breathing in just a moment. And it's true whether you've been a smoker for years or you've never smoked a day in your life. Your respiratory system is one of the most critical systems in your body. And this becomes even more obvious when your lungs are all choked up. Breathing problems permeate every aspect of your life, causing that feeling of dread as you lay awake night after night due to coughing fits, glancing at the clock each time another violent hack seizes your body, and never getting more than 10 minutes of rest before the next attack. Or the shame that comes when you have to sit out of your grandson's basketball game because walking up a single flight of stairs leaves you desperately wheezing. Seeing the disappointment in his eyes, but knowing you have no choice. Your body can't function optimally if it's constantly struggling to get sufficient oxygen, leading to not just physical discomfort, but also anxiety, depression, and isolation. Plus, if you can't breathe freely, it causes damage to nearly every cell, organ, and gland inside your body. In fact, according to researchers at Johns Hopkins University, restricted breathing is also linked to high blood pressure and even heart failure. Now, if you're like most people who suffer from chronic respiratory issues, you're probably looking for fast and immediate relief. That's why I'm also going to share with you a simple 30-second morning ritual you can use to gently clear your congested lungs. If you're prone to respiratory infections, you'll also discover why these infections worsen your breathing problems and exactly what you can do about it. So get comfortable and pay close attention, because this information is going to quickly liberate you and your loved ones from the prison of frustrating respiratory issues. When you discover what I'm about to show you and put it into action to stop these airway-clogging proteins and clear the excess mucus that is clogging up your lungs, it can and will transform your life. Imagine never having to gasp for air or feel like you're drowning in phlegm again. No more chronic coughing fits or thick, sticky mucus choking your throat. And no more shame, isolation, or despair due to your condition isolating you from loved ones. Instead, picture finally being able to take full, deep breaths whenever you want, and having the energy to play 18 holes of golf or chase your grandkids without getting winded, or no longer worrying about your lung health declining and leaving you dependent on medications. You'll enjoy life again without discomfort, fatigue, and shortness of breath, and finally sleep soundly through the night without fits of coughing robbing you of rest. As I mentioned, my name is Elizabeth Moffat. I'm a registered respiratory therapist and certified asthma educator. I run a renowned pulmonary rehabilitation clinic here in Kentucky, and I'm the author of 3 books on respiratory health, one of which was recognized as one of the top books on the subject by Book Authority. But my journey to do so hasn't been easy. I've seen the struggles of patients firsthand working in my small town. Their courage has taught me that every breath is a gift, one that many of us take for granted. During the pandemic, 2 particular patients stand out in my mind. David was a middle-aged man who had been admitted to the ICU with severe respiratory distress due to infection with a virus. I recognized him immediately. He's the father of one of my daughter's friends. There's no way he could recognize me because I was covered covered from head to toe in protective equipment. When I first walked into his room, I could see the panic and fear in his eyes as he struggled for every single breath. He was terrified of not making it home to his wife and daughter. Over the course of the next few days, my team and I worked tirelessly to get life-giving oxygen to his lungs to help him fight off the virus. I was determined that David was going home to his family. Eventually, our hard work paid off. I will never forget the moment when he was finally able to breathe on his own again. All our eyes were filled with tears of gratitude and hope when David's family picked him up to take him home. But then there was Cynthia, a single mom with COPD. She had delayed in coming to the hospital, and in spite of our best efforts, Cynthia never made it home to her family. Her lungs had been weakened by something called mucus nets, and when the virus attacked her lungs with a vengeance, her body was too weak to fight it off. I'll explain more about what mucus nets are in just a minute, because chances are they're lurking in your lungs right now. Cynthia's children not only lost their mom, but they had to relocate to another state to live with relatives. They felt so lost and alone. Well, helping David recover was one of the most challenging and rewarding experiences of my career. Holding Cynthia's hand as she passed broke my heart and made me recommit my life and career to helping people regain control over their breathing and lives. What's been most heartbreaking is to see the healthcare system fail these patients repeatedly. Due to the lack of lung specialists in towns like mine, many receive improper diagnoses and treatments from general practitioners instead, struggling to take full breaths because of thick, sticky mucus clogging your chest, feeling as if you're slowly drowning from the inside out, suffering chronic coughing fits, especially at night, causing you to spit up disgusting globs of phlegm. Simple tasks like climbing stairs or playing with your grandkids leave you wheezing and gasping for air. Yet, despite doctor visits, expensive rehab programs, and temporary relief from medications, your condition never seems to improve. You live in constant fear of your lung condition worsening and leaving your family prematurely. Does this sound familiar? Have you ever felt this desperate and suffocated? If so, you're far from alone. And the problem extends beyond just the physical. It's also the stigma, embarrassment of uncontrolled coughing fits, and the isolation that strains your relationships. The fear of becoming homebound and dependent on oxygen tanks just to survive. But the traditional solutions don't address the root cause. My mission is to change this by helping people like you find real alternatives. I want to help you regain control of your life and breathe freely again. To do that, we must address the core issue behind your breathing problems. Because up until now, you've struggled with relentless respiratory issues. Most doctors only offer temporary band-aids, never addressing the real root cause. I call these failed solutions. And the first failed solution is the over-the-counter mucus-thinning drugs. While they may temporarily relieve congestion, they do nothing for the underlying mucus overproduction choking your airways. Drugs like Mucinex contain the harsh chemical guaifenesin that can severely irritate your stomach lining, causing intense nausea and disrupting digestion. Overuse can also cause rebound congestion, where your body panics and produces even more mucus, leaving you unable to breathe at all. You'd have to take pill after pill just to get minimal relief, while side effects continue piling up over time. In a moment, I'll show you how to naturally thin out and sweep away excess mucus. Next are bronchodilators and inhalers. While they may provide some short-term wheezing and coughing relief, the potent stimulant drugs they contain, like albuterol, spike your heart rate, skyrocket your blood pressure, and put you at high risk for other serious health problems. Patients using bronchodilators also report disturbing side effects like heart palpitations, crushing chest pain, and their pulse racing out of control. Yet, even when used properly, these medications do absolutely nothing to address the root cause of your breathing trouble. You'd need to dose yourself over and over without ever solving the real problem. Coming up, I'll reveal a simple morning ritual that safely and naturally clears your airways and opens your lungs. The next thing doctors love to prescribe is oral steroids like prednisone. Now, steroids may temporarily reduce inflammation and ease the swelling in your lungs, but they also ruthlessly suppress your immune system, leaving you prone to illness, infection, and disease. Users report alarming side effects like developing brittle, fracture-prone bones, wild blood sugar spikes and crashes, rapid weight gain, severe depression, and nights of sleepless insomnia. Plus, like so many other treatments, steroids fail to resolve the underlying root cause of your breathing problems. In a moment, I'll share a clinically proven way to naturally calm lung inflammation without the drastic dangers of steroids. Finally, I've seen some doctors even suggest traumatic lung transplants as a last resort. Yet these highly invasive surgeries carry grave, life-threatening dangers. Up to 1 in 5 patients die during or shortly after their lung transplant procedure. You could be racked with anxiety for weeks, struggling to clear your lungs and regain independence. Both lungs often collapse, requiring painful clearing of blood and mucus. You'd wait months, slowly suffocating on the donor list before a suitable match was found. After the transplant, you need immunosuppressants that commonly lead to kidney failure and fatal infections. Even if you beat the odds and survive, the average remaining life is only 5 years. And all this is in addition to the tremendous financial burden, with costs often exceeding $1 million when all is said and done, leaving you bankrupt, still struggling to breathe, and with dramatic new health complications. I knew there had to be a better way, a safer way that didn't just mask symptoms temporarily, or resort to risky, invasive procedures. So, after years of studying and working with patients, I discovered a solution that targets the root cause of your breathing and lung issues, which, as it turns out, are airway-clogging proteins causing chaos in your lungs. I'll show you what they are and how they work in a moment. And to help you better understand, let's take a look at how your respiratory system works. With every breath you take, air travels down your windpipe and into your lungs. Your lungs are like 2 spongy sacs made up of tiny airways called bronchioles and air sacs called alveoli. The air you breathe in fills these airways and air sacs. At the same time, blood from your heart flows through tiny blood vessels called capillaries that surround the air sacs. This is where the magic happens. Oxygen from the inhaled air passes through the air sac walls into your blood, while carbon dioxide waste passes from the blood into the air sacs to be exhaled. Now, lining these airways is a protective layer of mucus. This sticky substance traps dust, bacteria, viruses, and other particles to keep your lungs clean. Tiny hair-like structures called cilia sweep the mucus upwards towards your throat, where you cough it out or swallow it. But when too much mucus accumulates, problems start to occur. You cough constantly as your lungs try to expel the excess phlegm. The mucus makes wheezing and chest tightness worse as it clogs up the airways. Struggling to breathe through all that congestion leaves you fatigued and winded from simple tasks. You hack up thick globs of stringy mucus that feel impossible to fully clear from your chest. The congestion makes it feel like you are drowning, unable to take a full, deep breath. The relentless coughing robs you of much-needed rest. You avoid going out in public, fearing another debilitating coughing attack. And you worry this decline in lung function will only get worse, leaving you unable to breathe without assistance. For years, doctors didn't fully understand what caused this harmful mucus buildup and overload in the lungs. However, new research published in the American Journal of Respiratory Cell and Molecular Biology has finally uncovered the real culprit behind it all. In the study, researchers found something they call neutrophil extracellular traps, or nets, that cause mucus, coughing, and shortness of breath. These nets, made from airway-clogging proteins, are created by neutrophils, a type of white blood cell made in your bone marrow. Nets are part of your body's first line of defense against infections. But sometimes, for reasons I'll explain in just a moment, these white blood cells can overreact, leading to an overproduction of these mucus nets in your system. These nets are used by the white blood cells to catch viruses, bacteria, and other invaders in the lungs. Picture a spider web hanging from a tree branch. Each time an insect, like a bee, flies into it, the sticky strands trap it in place. That's exactly what's happening inside your lungs right now. These nets are like microscopic spider webs. But when too many nets get pumped out, these sticky webs build up and clog the airways. Instead of trapping the occasional germ or allergen, your lungs get filled with layer upon layer of mucus spider webs. Those net webs stick to the lining of your airways, entangling and suffocating them. The more nets, the more clogged your lungs become. Eventually, you can hardly breathe through the dense web of sticky mucus. Just like a bee trapped in the spider's silk strands, your lungs get caught in the gluey mucus nets. Researchers also found that the more nets there are, the stickier and thicker the mucus becomes. In other words, more nets means more glue-like mucus, which is even harder for your body to clear. And that stuck mucus blocks your airways and stops you from breathing easily. So what is it that triggers your body to mass produce these sticky nets? You might be shocked to learn that the root causes are often routine encounters that you might perceive as harmless. For example, breathing polluted city air, drinking contaminated water, or exposure to chemical cleaners can cause an increase in net production. Even if you're diligent about wearing a mask or keeping windows open for ventilation, microscopic particles of these toxins can still sneak into your system. These invisible invaders ignite inflammation within your body, promoting your white blood cells to churn out an overflow of nets as a protective mechanism. Catching the flu or a cold is another instigator. Despite regular hand washing, using sanitizers, or keeping a distance from sick people, germs always find their way in. They set off an alarm within your immune system, leading to the production of nets to ensnare the unwelcome bugs. Your diet is another contributing factor. Even if you strive to eat healthy, hidden sugars, preservatives, and refined carbs can creep into your meals, stimulating an overdrive of net production. And finally, stress is another major culprit behind an increase in net production. Even if you practice yoga, meditation, or other stress reduction techniques, periods of tension and anxiety are inevitable in modern life. I don't have to tell you how stressful it can be to suffer from breathing problems. This emotional strain leads to a hormonal flood in your body that can spur the production of even more mucus nets. It's a looming storm cloud with the potential to wreak havoc on your health. When these mucus nets remain unchecked, they start clogging up your lungs. This obstruction can lead to constant coughing and breathlessness, which can significantly hamper your everyday life. You might find yourself unable to participate in activities that used to come easily, whether it's a leisurely walk in the park or an energetic game with your grandkids. But it doesn't stop there. Over time, this unchecked production of nets can become a ticking time bomb, leading to chronic respiratory conditions. These conditions can bind you to a cycle of recurring hospital visits, countless medications, and a deteriorating quality of life. And if that wasn't bad enough, the excessive mucus can become a breeding ground for infections, escalating the risks even further, making you prone to infections that can lead to conditions as severe as pneumonia, which can be life-threatening. Put simply, it's critical to address this issue head-on as early as possible. Remember, your lungs are the essential oxygen supply system for your entire body. If your lungs get damaged and continue to deteriorate, it's not an isolated problem. It's like a cascade of falling dominoes, causing a ripple effect of health issues throughout your body. Consider your heart, constantly working, reliant on the oxygen your lungs provide. Impaired lung function can lead to a reduced oxygen supply, which in turn can manifest as heart disease. Your brain, the control center of your body, also heavily depends on this oxygen supply. Deprived of adequate oxygen, the risk of cognitive decline increases, potentially leading to conditions like dementia. Even your digestive system, quietly processing your food and extracting nutrients, relies on the oxygen your lungs supply. A lack of it can lead to various digestive issues. In short, impaired lung function can cascade into a multitude of health problems that go far beyond your respiratory system. It's critical to address the root cause of your mucus overproduction now to prevent these potential health problems. The question is, if these mucus nets are part of our natural defense against germs, how do you stop them without causing even more problems? I'll share the 30-second morning ritual that you can use to stop the overproduction of mucus nets in just a moment. First, here are a few ways to determine at home if excess mucus nets are clogging your airways. Take note if you regularly experience symptoms like wheezing, crackling sounds when breathing, shortness of breath, chest tightness, or phlegm buildup. These can all signal excess mucus net production. Try taking a deep breath in and out. If you feel like you can't fully expand your lungs or exhale comfortably, sticky mucus nets may be clogging your airways. Time how long you can hold your breath. Healthy adults should be able to hold for 30 seconds. If you can't make it near that long, mucus nets could be restricting airflow. Check if you have a wet, gurgly-sounding cough and are coughing up thick, rubbery phlegm. Mucus net accumulation makes it hard to clear your airways. Monitor your stamina with everyday tasks. If you get winded much faster doing routine activities, excess mucus nets are likely robbing you of air. Also, pay attention after meals. If you frequently feel short of breath after eating, mucus nets triggered by inflammation are likely to blame. If you notice any of these signs, mucus nets are most likely restricting your breathing too. The good news is that there is a simple and scientifically proven solution. You see, soon after discovering these mucus nets, I started investigating every possible natural solution I could find that could effectively neutralize their overproduction while repairing balance to your lungs. It wasn't easy. I reviewed thousands of potential solutions, yet many had little to no clinical backing. And it wasn't until I started exploring remedies used by ancient healers that I found exactly what I was looking for. The first ingredient on my list is called mullein. Now, if you've heard of mullein, you may know how powerful it is, but I'll be the first to tell you that its potential is often overlooked. Here's the thing. Mullein is a medicinal herb with roots dating back to ancient times. It has been used for centuries for its potent respiratory healing properties in cultures worldwide and studied by health experts and scientists around the globe. Yet, in the modern world, it's often hidden from us. Sadly, this doesn't surprise me. You see, as a respiratory therapist, I know how committed the big pharmaceutical companies are to keeping us reliant on their drugs. After all, if everyone had perfect lung health, they wouldn't be able to sell us all that expensive medication every month. Having worked in pulmonary rehabilitation for years, I know firsthand that the most powerful healing solutions don't come from a prescription bottle. Nature has given us so many potent healing remedies naturally growing on this earth. But because they are natural, the big pharmaceutical companies can't patent them, which means they can't profit from them. And because many of these natural remedies are more effective and much safer, these giant corporations will do anything to ensure that you don't know about them. In fact, if you haven't noticed, a significant portion of all television advertising is big pharma pushing their synthetic drugs. On the other hand, mullein works directly on your lungs to clear the sticky nets that have hijacked your airway. Not only does it help you clear out the excessive nets clogging your lungs, but it also helps you expel the mucus buildup every day. This means you'll say goodbye to uncomfortable wheezing, chest tightness, and excessive coughing, and bid farewell to the constant fear of respiratory infections, leaving you with clear airways that make you feel confident and healthy again. Unlike steroids, which are massively overprescribed by doctors and almost always do more harm than good, mullein clears the excessive nets without harming any of the healthy cells in your lungs. In fact, studies have actually shown that mullein boosts and strengthens your lung health. In 2022, researchers at the Cleveland Clinic described mullein as an effective expectorant and praised it for its ability to clear mucus from the lungs. In another study, mullein was shown to not only eliminate excessive mucus inside the lungs, but it was also shown to boost lung health. And that's not all mullein can do. Studies show that it can also reduce inflammation, another primary cause of chronic breathing problems. The more I looked into the benefits of mullein, the more I knew what a blessing it could be for my patients. And that's just the first ingredient on my list. Next, I evaluated the healing potential of elderberry fruit. Historically, elderberry has been a botanical powerhouse used to combat colds and the flu. And while that's impressive, what really got me excited was its potential to tackle mucus nets. You see, elderberry is packed with antioxidants and vitamins that strengthen your immune system. According to doctors from Emory University School of Medicine, elderberry can help tame inflammation, lessen stress, and even help protect your heart. And in a recent randomized controlled trial published in the Applied Sciences, researchers found a combination of treatment, including elderberry, was effective for treating viral respiratory illnesses. So what does this mean for people like you who struggle with breathing problems? Well, it means that elderberry can help clear your lungs, reduce mucus production, and ultimately help you breathe easier. Just imagine finally being able to take a full, satisfying breath again, filling your lungs completely without any tightness, congestion, or discomfort holding you back. Well, the powerful lung-clearing combination of mullein and elderberry can help make this a reality for you. But I wasn't even close to done yet. The next remarkable ingredient I discovered was none other than the age-old respiratory remedy: peppermint. Peppermint, or Mentha piperita to scientists, is way more than a refreshing aroma or candy cane flavor. This is a powerful lung-healing herb backed by solid research. One study published in Food Research International showed peppermint can benefit respiratory health, cut back on mucus production, and amp up your immune defenses. It's like a breath of fresh air for your lungs, helping sweep away sticky net mucus overload and open up your airways. But that's not all. Another research paper published in the Journal of Immunology Research revealed a compound found in peppermint has potential anti-inflammatory abilities, which may prevent the inflammation behind chronic lung troubles. Just imagine finally taking a full deep breath again without that all too familiar tight, congested feeling in your chest, thanks to peppermint's proven power to reduce excess lung mucus and inflammation. The next lung healing ingredient I want to tell you about is Echinacea purpurea. Nicknamed the purple coneflower, Echinacea is no stranger to the world of immune-boosting remedies. It's been thoroughly studied for its potential benefits in preventing and treating respiratory tract infections. In one review published in the Journal of Pharmaceutical Biology, researchers found that Echinacea helped to prevent upper respiratory tract infections. What's more, Echinacea was found to reduce recurrent respiratory tract infections by up to 35%, and complications by up to 50%. Think about it. Fewer infections, less mucus, easier breathing. Sounds amazing, right? And that's just Echinacea. Imagine when you combine it with mullein, elderberry, and peppermint. We'll show you a super simple way to do that in just a moment. But first, let me share the final lung-healing ingredient on my list: Manuka honey. Now, just to be clear, this isn't your typical supermarket honey. Manuka honey originates from New Zealand, where bees pollinate the native Manuka bush. What makes it so unique? Well, research has shown that Manuka honey helps to treat lung infections, and its potential antibacterial properties help to clear your lungs, making it a lot easier for you to breathe. After looking at all the research, I knew that these specific ingredients, when combined, could form the basis of an extremely effective protocol to reduce the overproduction of mucus nets and help people breathe easily again. This blend could help clear out the excess mucus sticking inside your lungs, lower inflammation, and keep your airways open. The only problem was that sourcing these potent ingredients in their purest forms wasn't exactly easy. I knew finding high-quality suppliers for all these special ingredients would take lots of hard work, research, and testing. And it could be months or even years before I found the quality I was looking for. But I knew I couldn't wait. This customized blend would become the core of my easy morning ritual, designed to sweep away mucus nets, loosen trapped phlegm, and help people breathe easily again. I just needed to find the purest ingredients in the precise ratios. So to make this the very best product it can be, I decided to partner with a leading nutrition company, Herbal Tea Company. Herbal Tea Company has already helped more than 70,000 men and women around the world, and they maintain a stellar user satisfaction of around 96.8%. Instead of cutting corners, the team at Herbal Tea Company conducts clinical tests on all their ingredients for both purity and potency. Because when it comes to your health, quality matters. So now you can breathe a sigh of relief knowing there's a healthy, natural solution. And I am so happy to introduce you to Breathe. Breathe features a blend of potent extracts specifically designed to target the overpopulation of mucus nets, helping to clear your lungs and enhance your breathing, while quickly banishing mucus buildup. No more of the constant wheezing, coughing, and chest tightness that has plagued you for years. Breathe works in 3 ways to help you take back control of your breathing. First, it goes to work sweeping away those sticky mucus nets, clogging your airways and causing excess phlegm. Second, it calms the overproduction of nets to reopen your airways for easier breathing again. And third, it helps rebalance your body so your immune system stops pumping out excessive nets. Breathe transforms your lungs into a mucus-free zone where air can flow freely again. It flushes out the excess mucus choking your lungs and giving you a deep cleanse. No more nets camping out in your airways. No more suffocating phlegm. Just clean, clear, and open lungs ready to breathe easy once again. It's like a vacuum for your lungs, clearing nets, sweeping mucus, and reducing inflammation. And when used daily, Breathe can help you breathe freely again. How great will it feel when you're able to participate fully in activities you've avoided due to breathlessness, and to sleep soundly through the night without fits of coughing, or being able to socialize comfortably without embarrassment over your symptoms, while reclaiming your health, confidence, and joy. Since its launch, Breathe has already helped thousands of people around the globe reclaim their breathing and their lives. Like Paul Stevenson from Seattle, Washington, who shared his story with us. Before I started using Breathe, I was always short of breath, with a constant feeling of choking on mucus. Over time, I resigned myself to the fact that this was how I would have to live out the rest of my days. Despite consulting multiple pulmonologists and trying a myriad of treatments, nothing seemed to give me lasting relief. But within just a few weeks of starting Breathe, my life has transformed. I can breathe easily, no longer constantly coughing up phlegm or feeling breathless. Even though I could never afford a personal consultation with Elizabeth, I can't thank her enough for making Breathe accessible to people like me. I now have the energy to be active without getting winded, and my quality of life has improved greatly. Here's another testimonial, this time from Susan Langley from Denver, Colorado. Susan said, "I've struggled with COPD for years, and it seemed like a never-ending cycle of coughing and gasping for breath. After every meal, I was met with a relentless coughing fit, and I dreaded going to bed each night, knowing that sleep would be interrupted by bouts of wheezing and choking. Antihistamines and inhalers provided some relief, but it was always temporary. But after I started Breathe, everything changed. I noticed the difference on the very first day. My cough eased up, and for the first time in years, I could take a deep breath without feeling like I was drowning. Over time, my respiratory conditions stabilized, and I could virtually eat whatever I wanted without the fear of triggering a coughing episode. One unexpected benefit I noticed was the improvement in my energy levels. Breathe truly turned my life around, and I wouldn't go a day without it." Then there's Jack Thompson from Orlando, Florida, who shared, "I was diagnosed with chronic bronchitis and was always out of breath. There were times that it felt like I was drowning on dry land. I was on different medications, but they only provided temporary relief. Over the past year, I had lost a lot of weight and was constantly fatigued. Then I discovered Breathe. It was a game changer. I can now breathe freely without gasping for air. I have the energy to enjoy activities that I used to avoid. My colleagues have even remarked, 'You seem much happier and energetic.' I was always stressed and anxious about my health, but not anymore. Breathe has given me a new lease on life. Everyone needs to know about this product, and I've recommended it to all my friends and family. Every day, I receive hundreds of messages like these, and it motivates me to spread the word about Breathe to as many people as possible. Breathe is more potent than any other natural treatment out there, and because your lungs supply oxygen to all the critical organ systems of your body, including your brain, heart, liver, kidneys, and immune system, you'll appreciate the dramatic difference it makes to your overall health. It should come as no surprise that Breathe is flying off the shelves. In the last 6 months, 63,976 people have found amazing relief through this breakthrough formulation. Thousands of men and women who felt imprisoned by shortness of breath, coughing, and wheezing now feel 100% free from the years of suffering and frustration. They're finally experiencing the freedom and bliss of breathing easy again. Plus, they're sharing this breakthrough with everyone they know. That's making it more difficult than ever to keep Breathe in stock. That's why you should secure as much as you can right now. How demoralizing would it be to finally start experiencing relief only to have it come to a screeching halt simply because we ran out of stock? Your lungs would go back to the way things were, and your struggles and frustrations would all come roaring back. The research is clear. For best and longest lasting results, you should use Breathe daily for a minimum of 180 days. This gives Breathe the necessary time to heal the mucus nets attacking your lungs. Plus, it makes sure they never come back. Now, close your eyes for a moment and picture yourself taking a nice, full breath of fresh air with no coughs, no constriction, and no struggle. Imagine that deep, easy breath becoming your new normal. Gone are the days of struggle and frustration. Imagine finally feeling like yourself again, picking up those hobbies that you've had to drop. Maybe it's hiking, gardening, or tennis. Or how about chasing your cute kids or grandkids around the backyard without feeling like it'll cost you a trip to the ER. Imagine having more than enough oxygen flowing into your lungs, nourishing your entire body. The natural ingredients inside Breathe are going to help transform organ function, cell function, and even brain function. Your entire body is going to feel younger and more energetic. That means there won't be a single aspect of your health that won't experience a dramatic transformation. Just take 1 to 2 droppers a day. Not only will you experience the relief you've been craving, but you'll also save yourself the time, money, and frustration that comes from meds, clinic visits, inhalers and nebulizers, and respiratory rehabilitation. That's because Breathe isn't a temporary fix. It addresses the root cause of the mucus nets robbing you of your lung function. For a solution this powerful and liberating, I think we'd all agree that even if we charged $197 a bottle, it would be a total bargain. Who wouldn't pay $197 to finally be free of all that tightness, wheezing, and frustration? That's a no-brainer. But here's the good news. Your investment today won't be anywhere close to $200 for a single bottle of Breathe, because for me, this will never be about making money. Even though the pencil pushers told me to charge $350 for a single bottle. Ever since I started the clinic here in Kentucky, it's always been about making breathing easy again. It's always been about helping people like David be there for his family. It's always been about making sure children like Cynthia's never have to cry because they miss their mom because mucus nets took her too soon. If Cynthia had this solution, she'd be with her children right now. That's why I love watching people go from feeling fearful and frustrated to feeling free and alive again. I love helping release people from the fear that they'll end up on a ventilator or leave their loved ones too soon. That's why I've worked tirelessly to offer this solution for less than $1.63 a day. That's less than most people's daily coffee habit. But that's all it takes to say goodbye to breathing struggles forever. The specially discounted bundle I created is only available today on this private website and is only offered to a limited number of people every day. So if you're seeing this, you're one of the lucky ones ones who qualifies for the biggest discount we've ever offered. And it's all because I know what a massive difference this is going to make for you and your loved ones. And get this, your investment for the 6-bottle bundle of this lung-clearing breakthrough is only $49 per bottle. Based on my research, a 6-month supply is the perfect quantity to finally regain full lung function. You'll be clearing out all those mucus nets. You'll be filling every cell in your body with a fresh supply of oxygen and eliminating all that coughing and constricted breathing for good. So click the big yellow button below right now to get the 6-bottle package for your biggest savings. Plus, when you choose the 6-bottle bundle today, you risk absolutely nothing. That's because I want you to be 100% sure that the Breathe Breakthrough is right for you. We offer every single person a 90-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. That's how confident I am that this can help make breathing easy again. That means you get an entire 90 days to test drive this breath-restoring solution for yourself. You're either 100% thrilled with your results, or you get your money back. It's that simple. If you find any reason you're not in love with your results, simply contact our friendly US-based support staff at support@herbalteatherapy.com. You don't even have to send back the bottles. Keep them as a thank you for giving it a try. That's how my dad taught me business should be. Either you love it or you won't pay a single red cent. That is how confident I am that Breathe will work for you. Think about it. Since you're covered by my 90-day, no-hassle money-back guarantee, it just makes sense to get the 6-bottle option and take advantage of this massive limited-time discount. It really is the smart move. You're protected either way. If you're like the 63,976 happy men and women who've already fallen in love with this breakthrough, you'll have the peace of mind knowing you secured our lowest price of just $49 per bottle. Again, if Breathe doesn't do everything I've claimed, simply ask for a refund and you've lost nothing. No matter what happens, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And when you choose the 6-bottle option today, I'm going to throw in 4 amazing bonuses worth $1,317.90 absolutely free. These are resources I've developed in my 20-plus years of clinical work here in Kentucky. You're going to love how they work hand in hand with Breathe. Bonus number 1 is the 21-day lung solution program, a $679 value. As a licensed respiratory therapist, I created this exclusive 21-day coaching program to share little-known breathing techniques that provide real relief. As a licensed respiratory therapist, I created this exclusive 21-day coaching program to share little-known breathing techniques that provide real relief. These are the same strategies and protocols I use every day. In the past, you'd need a doctor's referral just to come to a clinic like mine, and you'd be forced to pay thousands of dollars out of pocket. However, after seeing thousands of patients, I felt compelled to share these techniques so people could use them at home to breathe better fast. I poured my knowledge into creating this 21-day program just for you. Here's just a taste of what you'll discover. How an age-old breathing technique trusted by generations of yogis puts you back in control when shortness of breath strikes. Master it in just a few weeks and enjoy a lifetime of effortless deep breathing. 5 scientifically proven techniques that can skyrocket your lung capacity. And the best part? They take less than 3 minutes per day. Add these easy-to-follow strategies to your daily routine and boost your breathing by up to 50% in just a few weeks. And what never to do when you're gasping for air. It's not what you think. Uncover the 3 most common yet potentially harmful mistakes that people often make when they can't catch their breath. Avoiding these pitfalls can dramatically decrease episodes of breathlessness and fatigue within weeks. Learn the right way to manage your symptoms and breathe easier even during the worst coughing fits. Everything in this $679 program helps stabilize breathing, clear mucus fast, and find relief starting on day 1. These are proven techniques I wish I could share with every patient I see. Now you'll have access to all of my best tips and secrets in one place. And that's not all. You see, when you claim the discounted 6-bottle package, not only will you receive the full 21-day lung solution program worth $679, but I've also gone ahead and authorized your access to 7 additional courses, including the Breathe Easy Footprint, your nutrition guide to optimal respiratory health. valued at $67. This comprehensive guide is a roadmap to peak respiratory health, brimming with scientifically backed nutritional guidance tailored specifically to enhance your breathing. The next bonus course is Clear Away Cuisine, your anti-mucus diet plan to breathing freely, valued at $77. Inside, I share some of my best dietary approaches to lung health, like the common citrus fruit that can reduce mucus production by over 58% in just 48 hours. Next is Breathe Deep, daily lung exercises for enhanced breathing and health, valued at $37. This is more than just a course. It's a ticket to improved lung health and effortless breathing, followed by Revitalize and Breathe, the 7-day herbal tea lung detox, valued at $17. This isn't just a detox, it's a breath-reviving journey through tea. This 7-day detox is a pathway to refreshed, rejuvenated lungs and a life of deeper and more effortless breathing. The next bonus course is Breath Unbound, Postural Drainage Home Program, valued at $27. Inside, I share powerful techniques that effortlessly loosen phlegm, making it easy to clear out. Plus, the often overlooked positions that use gravity to drain even the most stubborn, deeply embedded mucus lodged in your lungs. Next up, Inhale Life, the Viral Recovery Series, valued at $47. Inside, I share simple techniques that can triple lung capacity, including the 7 critical steps to ensuring full lung recovery after any type of infection. And the final bonus course is Peaceful Pulse, the Anxiety Relief Course, valued at $47. A collection of natural remedies that ease anxiety and reduce worry, plus tips to promote restful sleep, conquer fatigue, and improve focus. Combined, these resources hold a total value of $998. But you can gain immediate access to all of them absolutely free when you select the discounted 6-bottle package below right now. Now, for bonus number 2, I have something really special for you. You see, only someone else who's gone through something similar can understand the terror that comes with your struggle to breathe. So, after listening to many of our first-time customers, we decided to set up an online community for people with respiratory issues. This private support community is already the biggest of its kind. Not only will you make amazing friends, but you'll also get answers to any of your questions and worries 24/7. This online community is a real game changer for people struggling with these debilitating issues and the loved ones who care for them. After all, living with breathing and lung problems can be very isolating. And it's hard to find anyone who can understand the constant stress you're under or the burden you feel on your close friends and family. This community is a place where you can connect with people who know exactly what you're going through. That's why when you grab your discounted 3-month or 6-month supply of Breathe, you'll also gain instant and 24/7 access to connect with thousands upon thousands of other folks from all over the world. Folks who understand the challenges of living with respiratory conditions. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to share your experiences, ask questions, and receive support from a community that cares. So go ahead and select the 6-bottle package below for maximum savings and to lock in your bonuses. Now, here's exactly why you need to join this life-changing community. Imagine it's 3:11 a.m. and your partner and kids are asleep. You've just received your supply of Breathe, so it hasn't kicked in yet. But as you struggle to sleep because of your breathing issues, you grab your phone or laptop, log into the free online group, and instantly a community of thousands of folks jump in to help you out with tips you never knew about. You'll never feel alone again. And I guarantee that you'll feel seen and heard. This online community of thousands of people just like you will be with you 24/7, guiding you from A to Z in your journey to recovery. But if a 24/7 supportive community and online family isn't enough for you, you'll also receive a wealth of cutting-edge information and resources on lung health from leading experts on the subject. From the most groundbreaking scientific studies to practical daily tips on how to take back control over your health and happiness. And you should know, this lung support group is more than just an online community. It's also a global movement to spread awareness of breathing issues and ensure your kids, your grandkids, and millions of others never go through the breathing nightmare you've been through. It would be our worst nightmare to hear or see our loved ones going through this same hell. So it should bring a smile to your face knowing that you're part of a movement to change the world and stop this epidemic of breathing problems once and for all. This way, your suffering will not be in vain, and it will help change the lives and prevent the needless suffering of people just like you. It's amazing. Imagine not having to go through this alone anymore. Being able to talk to anyone at any time of the day about your lung healing journey. What a relief that would be, right? And the best part? You get free, instant access to this amazing community of people just like you, a $200 value, when you claim your discounted 6-month supply below. Now, the value of just the first 2 bonuses alone is $1,198, but I'm not even close to being done because you'll also receive the Breathing and Exercise Techniques to Improve Lung Capacity ebook, a $59.95 value, but yours 100% free today only when you stock up on the 6-bottle package below. In this exclusive bonus ebook, you'll uncover the secret to kickstarting your breathe journey with 5 zero-effort yet highly effective breathing exercises that swiftly clear mucus buildup and open airways in as little as 3 nights, even when you're feeling exhausted and completely out of breath. Why top doctors highly recommend these techniques to patients who want to stop frightening episodes of breathlessness from spiraling out of control. What never to do when you're struggling to breathe. Learn how to regain control of your breathing anytime, anywhere, even while in your car, with these 100% safe and astonishingly effective strategies to combat lung issues. All that and more. The next bonus you'll receive for free today is the 7-Day Lung Detox Tea Recipe Book, another $59.95 value, but completely free when you select the 6-bottle package below now. In this exclusive guide, we will reveal the secret combination of herbs and teas you've never heard about that dissolve mucus and blockages and give your lungs a new lease on life. A must-try for smokers, city dwellers, and athletes looking to unleash their untapped potential. An astonishing step-by-step hack that floods your lungs with essential vitamins and minerals, letting you enjoy deeper breaths and freeing you to live an active and independent life once more. Plus, so much more. These 2 highly sought-after bonuses will help you remove blockages and phlegm, deepen and relax your breathing, increase your lung circulation, and nourish your damaged lungs. Plus, when you add them to the 21-Day Lung Solution Program, valued at $998, and the Breathe Community Access, valued at $200, it brings the total value of all 4 bonuses to $1,317.90. And it's all yours for free simply by ordering the 6-month supply of Breathe right now. You get immediate access to all of them via email after your order. And remember, the heavily discounted 6-bottle package even comes with free shipping. This exclusive deal is not available on Amazon or anywhere else. The only way to get Breathe for this fantastic price is right here on this page. And don't worry, our specially designed bottles will keep Breathe fresh for at least 2 years in your cabinet, so you can feel confident stocking up for maximum savings and relief. And that's not all, because when you order the discounted 6-month bundle, you also qualify for free expedited and insured shipping. That's an additional savings of $19.95. Just keep in mind that this special discount, the bonuses, and the free shipping are limited. Once we've sold out of Breathe, it can take up to 6 months to manufacture a new batch. If you didn't already know, the supply chain is still very topsy-turvy. So click on the 6-bottle bundle or any option below this video right now to secure your order. This is truly one of the most crucial investments you'll ever make. Do it for your family. Do it for yourself. Restore your full lung function both now and for years to come. So, considering everything we've covered here today, you're probably chomping at the bit to try this formula for yourself. All you have to do to claim your exclusive discount is to click the big yellow button below this video. Choose the 6-month supply or whatever bundle makes the most sense to you. Once you've chosen your package, here's what'll happen next. You'll get forwarded to our secure order page where you can fill out your shipping and payment information. We use the same industry-leading 256-bit encryption technology that e-commerce titans like Amazon use. So you can rest easy knowing your information is 100% safe and secure. Once you finish, you'll be forwarded to our confirmation page where you can confirm everything you're getting with your order today. Before we go any further, I must warn you how we sometimes experience temporary out-of-stock situations. Of course, we're working like crazy to avoid this, but that's just the cold, hard reality of offering a product like this, where so many people place large orders all at once and where the supply chain gets backed up so often. But as long as you don't see the out-of-stock sign on this page, you don't have to worry. That means we still have plenty of bottles of Breathe in stock to fill your order. But I felt like you deserve to know that there's no telling when we might run out of stock next. And I never want you to experience the frustration where you start experiencing the relief you've been praying for, only to come back in 30 days and see that we're totally out of stock. That would be demoralizing. Think of it as one more reason why the 6-month bundle is our most popular. Not only will you be breathing easy for a full 6 months, but you'll also have plenty of time to place a repeat order when you choose to. So just go ahead and select the 6-bottle bundle right now, or choose whatever package works best for you. Just remember, your 6-bottle bundle comes with $1,317.90 worth of free gifts and a 90-day guarantee. So you have nothing to lose except all that breathing struggle. So right now, you're standing at a crossroads, which means it's decision time. Think about all the scientific research we've talked about here today. Think about the mountain of clinical trials behind this groundbreaking breathing solution. Think about all the inspiring stories of everyday men and women just like you. Thousands have experienced the amazing transformation you've been praying for, and all it takes is a few seconds a day. I've gone to the nth degree to make this decision a complete no-brainer. Getting your hands on the 6-bottle bundle right now is simply the smartest move. But whether you choose a 6-month supply or any of the other packages below, you're 100% protected by our 90-day unconditional money-back guarantee. You won't get that kind of guarantee from a prescription, a clinic, or a nebulizer. That's why you should choose the path that makes breathing easy again. Only you can take that first step. If you're feeling a little skeptical because you've been let down before, I get it, but I'm encouraging you to not let that hold you back from experiencing sweet relief because, like I've mentioned, you're 100% safe and protected. There is zero risk for you in this unless you choose to take the other path. Just think about that other path for a minute. It's filled with the countless failed solutions you've tried in the past, all the ones that left you high and dry, all the ones that leave you filled with frustration, exhaustion, and hopelessness. I know, because I've seen it countless times. But today, you have something that's proven effective, and it's yours for the asking. Of course, you could choose to exit this page right now. Even after everything I shared with you, there'd be no hard feelings, but there'd also be no change in your breathing. You'll just end up back on that merry-go-round of wheezing, coughing, and constricted breathing. Those mucus nets will continue to choke out your oxygen. You'll still be haunted by the fear of waking up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, desperately gasping for air. You'll still be haunted by how it's hurting all your relationships. You'll still be haunted by how disappointed your loved ones are that you can't do the things that bring the family together, like playing in the yard or going for hikes or playing in the pool on a hot summer day. You'll still be haunted by the panic of trying to catch your breath when all you want to do is live your life. I think we can agree. That's no way to live. That's why I've worked so hard to offer you this lifeline. Think about it this way. You don't even have to say yes or no right now. Just try saying maybe right here, right now. My 90-day guarantee allows you to say maybe and try it out before you even decide. Imagine living your best life, full of life, vitality, and energy. Imagine restored lung function. Imagine deep, clear breaths becoming so standard you forget how bad it used to be. Imagine never having mucus nets choke out your breath again, or having to lug those oxygen tanks around, take all those medications, or use complicated breathing devices. All of this could be yours in a few short moments. Simply choose the path of relief and freedom. Look, this choice is all yours. I hope and pray you make the right choice so your breathing problems can be gone for good. Simply claim your supply of Breathe right now. Select the 6-bottle bundle below for the most savings and the biggest discount. Free worldwide shipping, plus your 4 additional bonuses packages worth over $1,000. We'll rush it straight to your door. Remember, you're always protected by our 90-day satisfaction guarantee, so there's really nothing to lose. Experience what it's like to live freely. Participate fully in all of life's activities without the constant worry about your breathing. That's the life you deserve, and you can start living it today when you claim your supply of Breathe. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless. Hey, if you're still here, you might have some questions. Ever since we've released Breathe, I constantly get emails asking questions. So I'm going to take a few moments and respond to the most frequently asked questions while you're finalizing your decision. The first question comes in from Jack Corver in Milwaukee. Hi, Elizabeth. How exactly does Breathe work, and why is it different than prescription and OTC solutions? Unlike traditional breathing solutions that are Band-Aids for symptoms, Breathe addresses the root cause of breathing issues, mucus nets. It's different because it's chock full of scientifically researched ingredients that get you the results you want, need, and deserve. It's made from 100% natural ingredients, so it's not only effective, it's also safe and easy to take. Plus, you're covered by our 90-day money-back guarantee, so you really have everything to gain and nothing to lose by saying yes today. Helen McKenzie writes from Tampa Bay, Florida. Is it too late for me? I've been a smoker for 40 years. Helen, thanks for your honest question. And honestly, it's why I get so excited about Breathe, because Breathe is helping change the lives of countless men and women, even if you smoked for 40 years, even if you struggled with asthma, allergies, COPD, or long COVID. Breathe goes to work right away, healing the mucus nets that have been sabotaging your breathing. In the past, people were spending thousands of dollars on respiratory rehabilitation or forced to carry around oxygen tanks. Breathe couldn't be easier to use. Just take 1 to 2 droppers full per day. In no time at all, you'll be breathing easy again because Breathe has healed all those mucus nets. Troy Grant from Tacoma, Washington wrote, even though it's worked for lots of other people, what if it doesn't work for me? Thanks for the question, Troy. It can be discouraging to try everything under the sun with no results to speak of. That's why I'm so excited about Breathe. It's working for hundreds of my patients here in Kentucky and thousands worldwide. It just flat out works. But if for some reason it doesn't work for you, you're 100% covered by my 90-day money-back guarantee. You won't get that from your local pharmacy or clinic. That's why you should just say maybe right now with the 6-bottle bundle and give it a try. You have nothing to lose except those breathing struggles that have frustrated you for far too long. So select the 6-bottle bundle on this page right now before we sell out of our current batch. Next question comes from Martha Miller in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Elizabeth, how many bottles do you recommend? I always recommend the 6-bottle bundle for the best results and to make sure you protect your lungs for the long term, especially if you've ever smoked or lived with a smoker, and especially if you have asthma, COPD, or have constantly bad air quality. With a 90-day guarantee, you have nothing to worry about. If you're not happy with the results, you get every penny back. I'm happy to shoulder all the risk today. Go ahead and select the 6-bottle bundle or whichever option is best for you. Do that now before we run out of stock due to demand. One last question comes from Roxanne Gilbert from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. What happens after I click the button to choose my package? I'm worried about scams. Hi, Roxanne. I understand your concern. First, you'll be forwarded to our 100% secure and encrypted order form. We use the same industry-leading encryption technology used by Amazon and the FBI, so your information is 100% safe. Plus, we never ever share your information. Plus, we have over 5,000 verified 5-star reviews. So I'm here to say you can rest easy that you're risking nothing here today. I'm so confident that you'll experience the results you want, need, and deserve. I'm so confident that Breathe will work better than anything you've ever tried before, that I'm giving you a 90-day, no questions asked, 100% money-back guarantee. That makes getting started an absolute no-brainer for you. Here's how it works. If Breathe doesn't turn out to be the best product you've ever gotten for your lungs, or if you change your mind for any reason whatsoever, just let us know and we'll refund you the purchase price right away. You have 90 days to decide if Breathe is right for you. There's simply zero risk on your part. Our US-based support team is very easy to get a hold of. So your only risk is the regret you'll have if you keep missing out on all life has to offer because your breath is holding you back. Take your life back right now. You and your family have everything to gain by giving this a test drive. So choose your bundle below right now and give Give yourself the gift of easy breathing and improved health 100% risk-free today.